Welcome back to Kensho Quest. In this video, we're going to share the total cost of our 7-day train trip using the Japan Rail Pass. We made a previous video showing all the fun things we did on our 7-day adventure. We also made a video with mistakes to avoid while using the JR Pass. In this video, we're going to share our total budget for our family of 5, including transportation, accommodation, food, and entertainment. On this trip, we visited Kyoto, Himeji, Naoshima Island, Karashiki, Hiroshima, Kobe, and Osaka. Before we share all the details, what's your guess? Let us know in the comments below how much you think we spent during those 7 days. The first category is transportation. This includes both the 7-day Japan Rail Pass and additional transportation that was not covered by the pass. First of all, JR Pass, 7 days, ordinary car, whole Japan. For 2 adults and 2 children, the cost was 92,385 yen, or roughly $650 US. That's for 4 of us, since our 2-year-old did not need a JR Pass. Next up, transportation during those 7 days that was not covered by the JR Pass. For trains and buses that weren't covered, we used our IC cards to pay, and that was for 2 adults plus our 9-year-old, since our youngest 2 kids didn't need to pay. On trains and buses, we spent 6,624 yen. Additionally, we sometimes took taxis from the train station to the Airbnb and back again, and a couple times we took taxis to entertainment. For taxis, we spent 8,700 yen. Additionally, we took a round-trip ferry boat to Naoshima Island. For 2 adults plus 1 child, we spent 780 yen. Total transportation that was not covered by the JR Pass was 16,104 yen. For JR passes, plus the additional transportation not covered by the pass, our total transportation cost was 108,489 yen. Accommodations. We spent 2 nights in an Airbnb rental in Kyoto, 1 night at Uno Port Inn, 1 night at Centurion Hotel in Karashiki, 1 night at an Airbnb in Hiroshima, 1 night at an Airbnb in Osaka, and 1 night in an Airbnb in Tokyo. Total for 7 nights of accommodations, we spent 130,100 yen, making accommodations the biggest expense of our 7-day train trip. The next category is food. If you didn't watch our previous video showing our experience using the 7-day pass, let me preface this by telling you that most of our meals were musubi or onigiri purchased at 7-Eleven and eaten while waiting for a train or on board a train. With such a fast-paced schedule, moving quickly from city to city and taking so many trains, we did not have too many opportunities for sit-down meals. A couple of times breakfast was included with our hotel room, which was super nice, and we did splurge on a couple nice Japanese meals and some gluten-free treats along the way. Total for food, we spent about 75,247 yen. You could definitely spend a lot more on food if you're indulging in fancy meals. Our next category is entertainment and attractions. Of course, this will vary greatly depending on what you choose to do. Our biggest expense in this category was kimono rentals for our whole family, plus a 1-hour photography session in Kyoto. For this, we paid 44,200 yen. The photo session itself accounted for half of that cost. Our next biggest expense was the Ampamon Museum in Kobe, which was a nice treat for our kids. We paid 11,000 yen for tickets. Additionally, we visited Sanjusan Gendo, Himeji Castle, and 3 art museums. Our total entertainment cost was 62,440 yen, but that's not including any souvenirs we purchased along the way. Our final expense was luggage lockers at train stations. We did use some lockers at attractions where we put in our 100 yen coin and got the coin back, but when we left our luggage for a day in the train station while sightseeing, we paid for those, with a total of 1,800 yen for luggage storage. Luckily, the hotels we stayed in allowed us to store our luggage there for free. Total expenses. The total cost for our 7-day train trip, including transportation, accommodations, entertainment, and food, was 378,076 yen, or roughly $2,660 US. Were you close in your guesstimate? Let us know if you have additional questions about the Japan Rail Pass. We've used it on many of our trips to Japan. You may want to watch our video about how to purchase and use the JR Pass. Our family is traveling long term. We're currently in Japan, so please subscribe for more travel tips and inspiration.